So I want to talk about this issue of people saying that hunger will kill Nigerians and all that if everybody stays indoors. And I understand that, I truly do. But the point is that coronavirus is a sickness that does not respect whether you are hungry or not, or whether you have eaten or not. And whether we like it or not, this is a sacrifice that we must make. Now, the point is that um, if we give a hypothetical number like 200,000 people in Nigeria getting coronavirus, that is considering a situation where nothing changes, everybody is allowed to still live with one another, churches are allowed to open, mosques, people can go and pray and all that. Now, imagine 200,000 Nigerians get coronavirus. The recovery percent for coronavirus is 197, sometimes 98, So that means 2% of people who have 2% of 200,000 people. 2%, that's 2,000 people, right? Or 4,000. So 2% of 2,000 people is, so 1% of 200,000 people is supposed to be 2,000. No, I'm just trying to, right? So
2% is 2,000.
2% of 200,000.
2% of 200,000.
It should be 4,000.
4,000.
Yeah, I'm right. So, of course, I'm a smart person. Now, the point is that if we take a hypothetical example, 200,000 Nigerians who are sick with coronavirus, 98% will recover. 2% will die. 2% of 200,000 people is 4,000 human beings. Okay? 4,000. 4 like this. 4,000. Now, imagine that those 4,000 people are dying in advanced countries with very good healthcare. Now, let's take back our situation. 200,000 people, 4,000 are certain to die. Whether they are old or over 50 or whatever, we don't know, but 2% will die. Now, out of that remaining 190-something thousand people, a large number of them are going to come down with very serious symptoms. And how do you cure that? You cannot. In Nigeria, some of them are going to need intensive care. Some of them are going to need 24-hour surveillance because there is no vaccine, there is no drug. So, if a large number of Nigerians eventually recover, which is what is supposed to happen, maybe half who get infected will recover without symptoms, just like Erofai, they don't even feel anything. Now, what will happen to those who are going to actually feel something? And the problem with this virus is that the more people it infects, the more the chances of people dying. So, 200,000 Nigerians is just 10% of people living in Abia State alone. And that is to say that a large part of the country still has the chances that it will be way more than 200,000 in a population of 180 million. As of 2019, Nigeria is projected at 180 million people. So, coronavirus is a serious threat. You need to understand that it's not a joke. You need to get that in your head. Coronavirus is a very serious issue. Now, what you are supposed to do is to convince people to stay indoors. It will be difficult, but it must be done. There is no two ways about it. It's true. The churches must find a way to allow you to worship God from your house. The Muslims must pray from their homes. Essential services must remain like food and medicine. But if you want to get those medicines, if you want to buy food, you have to respect distance, If not, there is going to be a calamity. This is not a joke. That is why many countries are removing their citizens, because if you put the maths together, one or two together, you realize that this is not a joke and it's coming. You have to prepare for it. And this is not a time to wait for government. There is no government in Nigeria. You have to help yourself. So those who have money, help those who don't have. Those who have should help those who don't have. If you don't have, ask people. Everybody that has any money, help another person. But let's respect this government order to stay at home for 2 weeks. I'm serious. I don't like Buhari's government, but that is the truth. That's the truth.